Since the birth of literature in Africa, there have been a number of African authors all over the continent who have done a lot in this respectable field. Whether it's been light-hearted love stories, heart-wrenching histories, political pieces, or gritty thrillers, African writers have provided the world with some brilliant books that have left many in awe for more. Welcome to Tunacheki. In today's video, we'll look at the top 10 best African authors of all time. Speaking about African authors, today's video is sponsored by Africa's Stolen Wealth. How do we get it back? The United States of Great Africa by Professor John Esibi. More details on the book will be available at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our African videos. Number 10. Laine from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Originating from the Republic of Congo, Laine works are written primarily in French and are well known for their biting wit, sharp satire, and insightful social commentary in both Africa and African immigrants in France. His novels are strikingly character-focused, often featuring an ensemble cast of figures such as his book Broken Glass, which focuses on a former Congolese teacher and his interactions with locals in the bar he frequents, or his novel Black Bazaar, which details the experience of various African immigrants in an Afro-Cuban bar in Paris. Number 9. Adichie Amadi from Nigeria. Adichie Amadi, who died aged 82, was one of the founding generations of African novelists in English. His work was greatly admired by his fellow writers in Nigeria. He had a large readership throughout Africa, but undeservingly did not attain the wide international reputation. He was the son of East Nigeria, who nonetheless fought on the federal side in the Nigerian Civil War of the late 60s, rejecting the notion of the independent state of Biafra, sought by the secessionist regime in the East. He was thought of as a man of convention, yet he stoutly refused to remove sexual allusions in his most prominent novel, The Concubine, written in 1966, and resisted attempts to give it a more innocent sounding title. Number 8. Nadine Godima from South Africa. One of apartheid era's most prolific writers, Nadine Godima's works powerfully explore social, moral, and racial issues in South Africa under apartheid rule. Despite winning a Nobel Prize in Literature for her prodigious skills in portraying a society interwoven in racial tensions, Godima's most famous and controversial works were banned from South Africa for daring to speak out against the oppressive government structures of the time. Her novel, Burger's Daughter, follows the struggle of a group of anti-apartheid activists and was read in secret by Nelson Mandela during his time at Robben Island. Number 7. Wallace Soyinka from Nigeria. Born in Abeokuta, Nigeria in 1934, Soyinka's career has spanned many genres from his works as a playwright, poet, novelist, and essayist, and many guises, including regular appointments as visiting professor at several top universities around the world. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature in 1986. Unlike his fellow Nigerians, Soyinka was outspoken on the subject of the Biafra War, calling for a ceasefire in 1967. Throughout a more than 50-year career, Soyinka has produced scores of novels, poems, and plays. Some of his best known work include the plays The Trial of Brother Jero 1963, A Dance of the Forest 1963, Death and the King's Horseman 1975, and The Play of Giants 1984, as well as the novels The Interpreters 1965 and The Season of Anomy 1973. Number 6. Ayee Arma from Ghana. Born in Takoradi, Ghana in 1939, Arma is widely considered one of the most important African writers to have emerged in the post-colonial period. Educated at Harvard, Arma has worked as a translator and scriptwriter, in addition to his activities as a novelist. His first book, The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born, 1968, has achieved something approaching canonical status in Anglophone African literature. With strong echoes of the French existential tradition associated with satire and commerce, the novel is often presented as an exemplar of the literature of disillusionment. Number 5. Gugiwationgo from Kenya. Gugiwationgo is one of Africa's most important and influential post-colonial writers. He began his career with novels written in English, which nevertheless revolved around post-colonial themes of the individual and the community in Africa versus colonial powers and cultures. Wationgo was imprisoned without trial for over a year by the government for staging a politically controversial play. After his release, he committed to writing works in his native language of Kikuyu and Swahili, citing language as a key tool for decolonizing the mindset and culture of Africa African readers and writers. Number 4. Osmani Senben from Senegal. Born in Ziguinchor, southern Senegal, in 1923, Senben is widely acknowledged as a seminal figure in both African literature and film. Senben's work on both page and screen is centrally concerned with the cultural practices and political discourses surrounding the female body in Africa. Before his death in 2007, Senben won critical acclaim for Molade in 2004, a film that offers an uncompromising exploration of female circumcision. It was a suitable, provocative end to a life and career dedicated to the belief that art should play an interrogative, consciousness-rising role. Number 3. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie from Nigeria. Born 15 September 1977, Chimamanda is a Nigerian writer whose works range from novels to short stories to non-fiction. She was described in the Times literary supplement as the most prominent of a procession of critically acclaimed young Anglophone authors, which is succeeding in attracting a new generation of readers to African literature. Chimamanda, a feminist, has written the novels Purple Hibiscus, 2003, Half of a Yellow Sun, 2006, and Americana, 2013, and the short story collections The Thing Around Your Neck, 2009, and the book-length essay We Should All Be Feminists, 2014. She has won multiple awards including Women Prize for Fiction, Shorty Award for Literature, MacArthur Fellowship, Penn Open Book Award, among many others. Number 2. Mariama Ba from Senegal. Her first novel, So Long a Letter, 1981, uses the raw material of her own life to create a narrative which, owing to its resonance with the experience of other African women, is widely acknowledged as a seminal feminist text. She died before her second novel, Scarlet Song, 1986, was published. Since her death, academics and general readers alike have come to appreciate the peculiar power and considerable contribution of Ba's writing, as well as her political legacy. While she composed her work in French, it has been translated into many different languages and is read and studied worldwide. And the spot for the number 1 African author goes to number 1. Chinua Achebe from Nigeria. Chinua Achebe was a Nigerian novelist, poet, and critic who is regarded as the most dominant figure in modern African literature. His first novel and magnum opus, Things Fall Apart, 1958, occupies a pivotal place in African literature and remains the most widely studied, translated, and read African novel. Along with Things Fall Apart, He's No Longer at Ease, 1960, and The Arrow of God, 1964, complete the so-called African trilogy. Later novels include A Man of the People, 1966, and The Anthill of the Savannah, 1987. He's often referred to as the father of African literature, although he vigorously rejects the characterization. Do you believe in the unification of Africa? If you do, then you need to grab a copy of today's sponsor, Africa's Stolen Wealth, How Do We Get It Back? United States of Great Africa by Professor John Esibi. Professor John Esibi was an acclaimed African journalist, a well-informed and widely traveled newsman, and was hands-on on African-related and world issues. He served as a news editor both at the Nation Media Group Limited and the Kenya Times News Service Limited. He lectured in African Studies at Angkok University of Foreign Studies in Seoul, South Korea. It was there that he researched and embarked on writing his first book, Top Secrets of This World. He holds a PhD in journalism and in communication information technology. He was married with 3 daughters. He recently embarked on writing his second book called Africa, Our Stolen Wealth, How Do We Get It Back? Both books are now found on Amazon, links in the description below. Sadly, Dr. John Esibi, an African hero to us Pan-Africanists, passed away on February 4, 2021. He will be deeply missed. His one mission was to promote Pan-Africanism. He is survived by his wife Jael Esibi and 3 daughters. Rest in power, Dr. Esibi. And if you really want to learn about Pan-Africanists, grab this great man's book in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our African videos. And remember, Africa is watching.
And please, feel free to leave your suggestions, news tips, or topics about Africa that you'd like us to explore.